Good evening, or whenever you're watching, to everyone. We are in Monaco for this weekend's Grand Prix. We're on the prime time for this practice session, and we have some R&D testing to do. So let's waste no time in getting out there. And as I went out, look how close Karun Chandok got to hitting me there. Absolutely ridiculous. But as I came through onto my first lap, well, you know, the usual happened. I'm not quite sure how my front wing survived that. But it did. As I came around this corner, I chipped off quite a substantial part of it. But I carried on. I didn't change the front wing for the rest of the practice session because the target time was so high. I could just do it anyway. And I continued not changing my front wing because I just didn't need to, really. I went up into P2 initially, but then I changed my engine, which of course forfeited the rest of the practice time, because this is a low-power circuit, and I didn't want to waste a brand new engine on a brand new circuit. And I got 19th place in practice, but that's because I didn't really do many laps. And, well, the problem is, you really should practice at Monaco. As you're about to find out in this episode, not practicing turned out to be a major mistake. Because Monaco, if there's ever a track you want to do practice laps at, it's bloody Monaco, alright? Remember that for your own sake. And I've got only 20th place on qualifying, and then that happened. An absolute massive crash, which left me in 20th place on the grid for qualifying. So that's already a very bad start to the weekend, but we'll see if it improves.
Wants another points finish out of you this weekend. Give it your best shot.
He's got to be joking. Anyway, from 20th place on the grid, we are off. And I'm going to try and get a good run on Bruno Senna coming into turn 1, but that just hasn't happened in the slightest. And I'm going to try and go around his outside, going into here, but no, he's still there. He's blocked me off on the inside of the corner, and I've remained in 20th place. But coming into the second sector, everyone was just so slow. I was able to just gain about 6 positions just because everyone was driving so slowly. So I'm up to P14, and up next is Nico Hulkenberg. But unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried over the next few laps, apart from this attempt coming up here, trying to go around the outside during Casino Square, which failed, and this other attempt coming up here, in which I tried to go around his outside coming down into this section, I couldn't get him. I just couldn't get him. He started pulling away from me, but on lap 4, I was on a good lap. Coming on to lap 4, and I take that, probably the best I've taken it all race. And as I come towards the third sector, what mess even was that? So I went back and looked at it in slow motion. I seemed to go into the floor about 3 times, and then just do some sort of bunny hop into the air. And then, of course, I completely lost control of the car. Ended up just sort of in the ground again, and then completely taking out my front wing on the barrier to the right-hand side. And let's just look at it now from the driver's point of view. 1, 2, 3, into the ground, and then up. Oh, there's the sky. And once more, just from a slightly further out perspective, you can just see how much height I got. F1 cars should not fly, and yet mine completely took off there. But of course that means I have to change my front wing, and if you're counting, that would make it this actually my 3rd front wing this weekend after the original, which I broke in practice, so that would mean a 2nd for qualifying, and now a 3rd now. So in case you're counting that, and now we've got that, we're going to bring up a warning counter, because I got quite a few warnings in this race. So, without getting a penalty, as you're going to see. But we seem to have caught up to my teammate, Kamui Kobayashi. By the way, I'm down in absolutely piss poor 23rd place. Not much I can really do after having a bit of a glitch with the walls. I'm having an awful race already so far. But let's see if we can overtake my teammate up into P22 just like that. So that's alright. That's a bit of a highlight from this race. As we're coming out of the pits, I noticed that on this game, they don't use the pit exit. They just come back out straight onto the track, which is an interesting thing. And, oh, there's a second warning. So, we'll just take that and continue with the race. But I have been catching up on Bruno Senna. So as we come into this second sector, I'm going to try and overtake him. That's gone horribly wrong. I've spun us both out. My teammates caught up with us. My left rear just hit Bruno Senna's front wing there. So that was a disaster. I'm causing just carnage in this race, and this is I'm not at my best driving, and well, there's further proof. I get a third warning for corner cutting there, and oh my god. I'm actually done! And there's a fourth warning. I'm done at this point. I'm just done. And oh my god, there's a fifth warning. I've got 5 warnings now. 5 warnings, 2 takeouts, 1 spin out of a fellow driver. This race is absolutely catastrophic, and I just get a 6th warning there for another corner cut, which I couldn't really do much about realistically. But I come into the pits again. And as I head back down into last place, once again, as Bruno Senna, the man I took out, re-overtakes me after a 7-second pit. Oh, this is the worst race in history that anyone's ever done. And what? Oh, okay. So I slowed down to let Button through, and he just drove to the back of me. Meanwhile, Jaime Al Jaswari is up in 4th place again, doing a very good job for Toro Rosso. And warning. Illegal, I let them through. Oh my god, I've got 8 warnings for illegal blocking. I don't. What am I supposed to do? I've got 8 warnings for illegal blocking. What am I supposed to do? But anyway, when Robert Kubica passed me there, I decided to use him as a marker to try and keep up with, to stop me getting lapped by anyone else. And well, that worked, didn't it? After that, I got so annoyed I actually tried to take myself out to DNF, and it wouldn't even let me do that. All I did was puncture my tyres. I tried to take myself out to DNF. By the way, Button's DNF'd after he broke his front wing. And I've tried to make myself DNF, literally just because I was that annoyed by this point, and I can't even do it. I'm down in 23rd place. I've been lapped by 16th place. This is a catastrophic... And absolutely, this is the worst Grand Prix anyone's ever driven, and that's including Pastor Maldonado. There is a case on here for me to be the worst driver in history. Even, look at this, a virgin has overtaken me. A virgin. And I wasn't having that. So, in fact, no, not even that. A virgin lapped me. A virgin car lapped me. But I go there and set up an under 1 minute 20 lap time. Great news. And oh look, a penalty. Wow. And oh look, another penalty. Wow. And guess what I got after that, coming into lap 21 now? Yeah. A penalty. Not even a penalty, sorry. Warnings. I'm just getting warnings. I've now got 12 warnings, no penalties. No idea. And I decided to have some fun going over the line. I just decided to reverse over the line, because why not? This race cannot get any worse. This is the worst race I think any of you will have ever seen or done. This is the worst race that I bet all of you have ever seen. And it's the worst race that I've ever done. Awful,
it's well down the field,
awful race.
We finished the race. See you back at the garage.
23rd place, a lap down. The only other person who was Bruno Senna. Jenson Button DNF'd just because he decided to drive into the back of me. Mark Webber won again. Hamilton actually had a good race for once, followed by Massa, and again Al Jaswari in 4th place. He's being bloody. He's being a bloody. What's it face? What's his name? Max Verstappen. He's being a Verstappen on this game. Look at Mark Webber's lead now. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even be asked to go through all these standings. And just to top it off, Crofty wants a bloody interview. What do you want?
Are the team happy with how things have gone this weekend?
Absolutely. So let's just give the banter option.
The team have been burning the midnight oil recently to make sure you've got a car that's capable of winning races. You must be happy then with the work they're putting in.
Yeah.
You've been with Sauber for a few months now, so you've had plenty of time to get used to your new team. How are you getting on with the guys so far?
Okay. I can't be asked for you, Crofty. Go away. I promise to drive better in the next race, which is...
Objectives before the end of the season.
Can you not interrupt me, please? But our next race is in Istanbul in Turkey, a track I can barely remember apart from its famous, I think, turn 8, is it? The long sweeping one. But, oh, that was awful. I'm so glad it's over. That was just a disastrous race in every sense of the word. And, well, I've got to sort out my driving. And it will be sorted for the next race. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please like and subscribe, but don't expect good driving in future. Well, please do expect it, because I'll try and fulfill it. And I do other games as well, Resident Evil 4 being the main one at the moment. So please like and subscribe to see more content if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.